Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo choo to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. I actually did look up literature, and I think I've been misunderstanding because it's a literature club. I'm misunderstanding it. It is about writing because it's a club. Literature, when you look at it from an outside perspective, as opposed to an organization that is focused upon it, like if you take a literature class, it would involve writing, it would involve reading, it would involve discussion. That's what the club is. It's basically not a class, but it's a club. And I was looking at more as like when I think of literature, I think of that which is already created, not creating myself or being a part of creation or even discussing it. But that is definitely a way in which it can be and is meant in this way. It's not a translation error. It's my misunderstanding the usage of the word, which grammar was never really my strong point. So it makes perfect sense that we would, you know, write poems and share them because it's a literature club. We're here to read, to discuss, and even write literature. Now, part of the reason I'm so convinced about that is because the actual root words of it, the original base meaning far back, was actually more about making words into sentences or something along those lines. It was like about that. Like, so it was more about the actual act of writing, but that's because the differences in the languages. But I can accept that I was wrong. So I don't feel like I learned as much here as opposed with the word. But I'm like, yep, nope, that's how literature is meant here, and it maybe seems super obvious to other people, but I'm just like, to me, literature is, you know, you go to a library, there's your literature, you know, bam. It has less to do with the act of creating, but in a club or class setting where it's a group thing and you're sharing it with others, you know, a book club is a book club. You could call it a literature club, but you would be not fulfilling the actual fullness of it. That's why they're called book clubs, because you're not writing anything. You're not, I mean, you're discussing it and you're reading, but it could be literature you're reading, but the act of writing is actually a part of it becoming a group thing. Again, you can write literature on your own, but I don't know, for some reason I was just misinterpreting it. Anyway, back to the game. I'm gonna go with Sayori because she's my old school bestie, and the other two I haven't really bonded with too much. Like, so it just I don't know if this matters or not. Oh, well, she's surprised, I guess. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Dad! I love it! Oh, she's reading my stuff. Okay, cool. I had no idea you were such a good writer. It's literally 20 words that I basically had to I had to word bank. If they don't read it out loud, I will take a second to actually read it. I'll try to, I wrote it down. I went out of my way. I just feel like everybody should get their turn to go through the thing first. And honestly, she probably doesn't write either, so I'm getting like a glowing review, and she's got her crush forever on me, so. Say, alright. You must be seriously overreacting. I mean, you know, honestly at this point, I have no idea if she's acting, overreacting, underacting, or you know, it is. She say alright. I'm not a good writer at all. It's your first time, dude. Don't be that hard on yourself. Although maybe that makes you a writer, that you're being so hard on yourself. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. That is... I feel like almost every writer ever has said that in some capacity. Yeah, you know, that's just part of it when you start. Or even after you're good at it. Anyway, well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. I mean, honesty. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Well, Yuri's way more skilled and more knowledgeable. Sayori is not. She likes it, but that doesn't mean that it's good. Maybe even Natsuki's. I haven't talked to Natsuki. You game! You naughty game! You did not follow proper protocol. I have not talked to Did you expect me? Why would you expect me to do that? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. I feel like that is a good point, though. It's like, look, maybe I see something in it that other people don't. Haha! So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a technique poem. And that makes it feel extra special. I did use that word special in it. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. That's cute and wholesome and yeah. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. I mean, honestly, she's like, my plan is going swimmingly. Like, A, got you to do a club. B, got you to actually, like, not just look around, but actually, like, not necessarily commit to a club, but be like, I will take it seriously and I will really consider it. C, shortcutted you to my club because that was ultimately the goal. D, introduce you to the girls. Everybody loves you. They want you here. You gel well with them. We get a new member. I help bring a new member in. Everybody freaking wins, and I get to spend more time with you, and you get to walk me home more, and maybe you can wake me up earlier, and you'll go to bed earlier, and then someday we'll have 20 kids, and you know, it's all going according to plan. Like, ha 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 ha, you know? Or maybe she just doesn't think that way at all. She's just like, I like the pretty words. You know, like, I don't know. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. It's like you're stuck now, biatch. You're here. You're in it. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Nah, I mean, I was the last to show up today. There had to be some doubt, you know, that I wouldn't show up at all. Much less show up with a poem. You know, I could be like, this is Nap Club. We don't talk about Nap Club because mostly what happens in Nap Club is dreams. We don't remember. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. It's like, see, that seems... one thing I do like about this character is both his inner dialogue and his outer dialogue are seemingly honest and sincere, and that's nice. That leaves me with very little ability to make choices. It's very much me just sort of seeing how things go. Like, so far, I haven't really had much choice other than... I guess the first choice I really had was, you know, who to talk to or something. But, you know, so it's not like I do a lot of dialogue trees. You know, not like the Mr. Masagi where it's like, oh wow, you know, I can constantly mess this up. It's more like I'm reading a story, but there's more effort put into it, and it's not just supposed to be silly and stupid. And like, oh well, yep, accidentally summoned Deadeye Shrimp. You know, fucking Mondays, am I right? No, it's actually like they make you care about the characters. This character development with as little the animation is, they focus like it's good for well, I mean I wouldn't call it animation, but the art, it's good. And also one thing I didn't mention, I've been thinking about this entire time, the sound, the music. You know how hard it is to make good music that is on a loop and repetitive and doesn't change much and is still like, you don't just like get driven insane and bored and annoyed by it. Like, this is still cute, it fits. Like, that's not easy to do, and it's like, it's nothing spectacular. It's not like The World Ends With You level great, but I've noticed like it's pretty cute and it fits and it doesn't bother me, so that's cool. It's a good thing. Like, that's not easy to do. It's like, see? It's like I said before, Tech. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. It's like, you kind of manipulated me into it and put me in front of a bunch of other hot girls that would help you. Now, that's pretty normal human behavior to sort of like, if you want to get what you want. It's not like you put a gun to my head. You didn't beg and plead, you didn't offer, or, people manipulate each other all the time, and just, that's naturally, like, that's just natural. There's malicious manipulation, and, like, simple social interaction is manipulation. Like, that's, if you break it down to its most basic thing, it's manipulation. Even if you're just trying to convey information with no benefit or detriment to the other, it's still, education is a form of, it's manipulating the other in the sense that you want to change the environment, and they are the environment, and you want to change that. It may be for no gain of your own, maybe even a detriment to your own, but it's still manipulation. So it's just, there's just different types of manipulation, Manipulation has a negative connotation to it. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. What is your motive here, sir? Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. So is my motive here just to be like, hot girls, double thumbs up, finger guns, Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? Like, I mean, it's all very win freaking win, baby. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. It's like, I mean, the poem thing was uncomfortable, but not to me, but to the character. And I felt cheated because I could only, but I mean, what are they supposed to do? Make a poem creating thing for some tiny mini game in this overall game? No. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It'd probably just spend a lot of time making a poem that doesn't have any different outcomes other than the thing where it's more likely to affect one person or another, which makes me sad because I thought I was affecting mostly the one I was aiming at, and it didn't seem like that. Like, if that was the best outcome, was her being basically saying nothing but, well, it's obvious that you're new, but you'll get better. It's like, oh, okay, that's not great. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Yeah, sure. That's what we're here for. And she's like, don't worry, I'm really bad at those. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Did the other one go down? Did I have a slider bar that I didn't use? Or is that this? It ends with I want breakfast. Huh. So like just this without the slider, like without going to that last line. It's really cute and sort of it's like a quiet little I love you note, you know. It's a little hidden love letter, sort of like I'm the sunshine, you know. We talk all the time about her waking up and me helping her wake up and, you know, all that. I don't know if I kiss her forehead and stuff, but maybe it's the thought of me that, you know, her and I have a relationship that her being awake and getting to school on time is a valid thing. And even if I don't always wait for her, I did the other day, now I'm here, and it's sort of, it's in her style, it's playful, it's actually more subtle than I would expect. You know, it's simple, cute, childish, but it's honest, but also kind of like subtle. The thing is, the way it's like, are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. I think that has more meaning than I'm understanding right now. I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. Like, I think that has more meaning. But then it, you know, next stanza, set of lines. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. It's like, means that she wants to just keep sleeping, but because of me, effectively, assuming I'm sunshine, like, she doesn't get what she wants is to just keep sleeping because she likes sleeping, and, you know, school's a hassle and all that, but it's worth it to, with me doing and helping and the thing. And then it ends with I want breakfast, which I don't know if it's supposed to throw me off and just be like at that point she just thought about waking up and was just like, now breakfast time, or if that actually has some genuine meaning that I'm not sure of. Like, is that actually like significant? I don't know. Or maybe I want breakfast is a not so subtle, like, innuendo kind of thing. Oh. It's got its own depth to it. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Maybe. No. Just a little bit. How is just a little bit? Just a little bit would be like, did you wait until this morning to write this? It's like, so I stayed up really late, so technically it was morning? But, so just a little bit this morning, but then I went to sleep and woke up, and then it was morning. That's the way I would interpret that being accurate, but just sounds like you're not being fully honest here. You can't answer just a little. Yeah, she continues to answer questions in manners that are like, that's not an answer to that question. It's words you're saying that do not answer the question. That's nonsense. That does not fit English. It's not a deliberate evasion. It is a deliberate evasion, but it's not like a lie, and it's not like, it's just, that's not how the words work. The words do what I tell them to. I forgot to do it last night. You forgot? And then you woke up probably late like normal, or maybe not, and then pounded that out as soon as you woke up, real quick, That's impressive in its own sense. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I mean, I did mine last night. I actually took it pretty seriously. I got an achievement for it and everything. I still tried my best. Directly after waking up while I was eating my breakfast. I think that's probably why the I want breakfast is there, to kind of indicate that it was all, like, she kind of left her dream state mindset, and then it kind of, like, as she woke up, it kind of got more and more serious, and then it was like, and now we're to I'm hungry. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. Don't be like that. I made eggs and toast! I'm glad you had times for eggs and toast. I'm glad you had a decent breakfast and didn't just full run out the door tying your tie and putting on your blazer and shoes as you got toast in your mouth, you know? Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. So I guess I didn't walk with you today. Honestly, do you want her brain running without some form of decent breakfast? I don't think so. I get all cranky, and honestly, I don't want to see that. So, yeah. Although, really, like, I don't know about the rules in Japan, but I can't imagine that they're more lenient than it is here. Like, you get enough tardies, you know, you get in trouble. Like, there's a problem. Like, you want to be Breakfast Club instead of Doki Doki Literature Club? Because they'll put you in that room with Martin Sheen. It's Martin Sheen, right? Charlie Sheen? Martin Sheen? Fuck, I don't remember anybody's name. Those people. Those kids. Actually, that sounds like a threaten you with a good time, but you'll get detention, and also that's in America. Sherman High School. Sherman, Illinois, I believe. Also in the, like, 80s. I don't know when this takes place, but I'm pretty sure it's not the 80s. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. That's very enthusiastic and very you to say, but okay, cool, yes. Good luck, hon. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, I gotta end this one because I did the thing, and I feel like I should have ended. Yeah, I should end and start when poems. Yeah, it's a good way of. They did the little side to side slide show white thingy effect.